eucalyptus. So pretty. Butterfly weed. Sedum. I like the pink. It's bloomed yellow too. See if we can find what this pink is underneath the bud. It's this little sedum. First buds are appearing on the maypop. That's exciting for me. I'm a passion flower lover. I love them. One's looking a little wilty. I'm not sure what happened to it. Larkspur. I really like the light colors. A lot. Calendula is looking really happy and tall. The amaranth blooming pretty good now. At the beginning of the season, I was taking sunflowers out of the ground that had reseeded in spaces where I didn't want them to grow. And they did really well in a pot until recently. They started getting big. Bottom leaves started wilting, and so I've been getting as much of them as I can back in the ground. Hollyhocks. This is a mess. I haven't decided if I'm gonna cut it back or dig it out. Coneflowers I put in here last year did survive. The yellow ones aren't blooming yet. They're still not very big, so this is second year for me, maybe third year since they were seeded. Let's pull this out and see what happens. That looks so much better. In the spring, I like that flower. Comes up early, blooms fairly early. The Rebecca, self-seeded right on the edge. I think I'll move it back there in the evening. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. I added lavender, little lavender border, and there's some Alyssium in here. But these are too far out, they gotta go. The larkspur's on its way out. I trimmed some seed heads and pulled some dry ones out. So I've been reshaping this garden for a couple of years now. It was a wildflower garden and it's turning into a cottage garden over time. To do that, really, all I have to do is pull the flowers I don't want and add a permanent solution. I did lavender on this side too. Adding annuals along the edge just to fill in. I'm not sure if the weed whacker got them or deer. Sometimes I come out and the tops of the flowers are gone. My neighbor's having the same problem. Is the weed whacker doing that on purpose? Well, we don't know. I wouldn't like to think somebody would do that on purpose. Cone flowers, orange and red. So the yellow ones haven't bloomed yet. Purple ones are tall. I've had them for a long time. They came with the wildflower seeds when I first started this garden. They're tall enough, definitely, to be the height interest in the back. The poppies are starting to pop. I don't walk by this garden at exactly the right time to get the poppies. They seem to fold up during the day. We have a white coneflower on this side. My first white one. First white one, first year. Which means it's probably 2 years old because it takes 2 years to seed a perennial. Cosmos looks beautiful. I had 3. That's the only one that made it. I like it much better now. Self-seeded poppy. I started tying these up yesterday. The amaranth and the sunflowers. I have little seedlings all over the place from the coneflowers. And I just recently started potting them up. Plus I got quite a few mature ones that just had to be moved. They're in here. And I do not know if I'm going to do a sale this year. But these are perennials. And they can winter over in their pots. This one's blooming. King Tut fell off his stand. Gotta get him back up. There we go. King Tut looks good in the middle. There's a lot of new growth. The burnt looking stuff is last year's growth. I'm leaving it. Eventually I cut that off, but I'm just leaving it while the little new growth grows in. Looks like it's getting a little crunchy too. Does well in the pond. I've had it in the pond before until it got too big. Trumpet vine trained into a tree. One of the first things that was put in this garden was the trumpet vine and lilies. My favorite milkweed. Milkweed is poisonous to chickens, but the milkweed was here before the chickens. It's part of an old garden that had to be taken out. This red coleus needs a new spot. It doesn't sit right here. It doesn't look right visually. I don't know where I'm going to put it. Front of the deck. Pretty close to perfect. Lots of coleus in here. And hydrangeas that I propagated last year before. They were planted outside last year in this garden. They were propagated the winter before. Growing in nice. This hydrangea got cut back pretty good. I had to move it. It was too close to the air condenser. This is another color problem. I don't like the color of the petunias together. But if I take this one out and move it somewhere else, I could put that red coleus there and that would look okay. Swapping flowers. I'm going to do the same thing in this garden. I'm going to cut some of these things back. I pulled a whole bunch of stuff already. Too many vincas. It's a ground cover. It's a trailer. And it's also invasive. Go get my choppers and just chop them down instead of pulling them, because I'll like them early in the season. I just don't like them now. I opened it up quite a bit. I don't know if I'll take those last few down. Leave it for now. And that milkweed looks out of place, but I'm gonna leave it for now. I'll probably take it out though. I'll leave the ones that don't look out of place, and the ones that look healthy can stay. I'll probably pull that one out. The other king tut. Lemon tree. Passion flowers on the deck are not blooming yet. But this amaranth, or no, amaryllis. Amaryllis. I caught myself. So this one will be coming in the house. Late fall. This will be coming in the house, tropical hibiscus. I have a bunch of baby trees. A bunch, meaning I don't know, 4 or 5 3-year-old baby trees. This is Passion Flora Blue Star, which has babies that are, what are they, 2 years old this year. There's one. They need a bigger pot. And they're going to need to be staked. And the sister to that one is behind the tropical hibiscus. And we get it. There it is. That one doesn't look like it needs to be potted up yet. But this one does. So just some light gardening today. It's early enough to where it's still cool out, but it's starting to get hot now. I'm done. Garden Extra signing off.